We are at South Central Community School Corporation, home of the Satellites, a rich tradition here going back to 1965. This is a small school with many opportunities and statewide recognition. We'll be talking to educational leaders here about why South Central is such a special place. Here now with Superintendent Ben Anderson. And Ben, we're so excited to be here. I know you're so proud of the standard here, the culture, the traditions of South Central.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you being here, and South Central is a great place to be. It's kind of one of a kind. It's a long-standing and rich tradition. History dates back to the early to mid-'60s, and we're fortunate to serve generation after generation of families here at South Central.
When you talk about the educational experience, what are some of the things that you love the most, that you see people benefit from?
We're able to offer our students a lot of opportunities. Even though we're a small school and a small community, we have opportunities that even the big schools offer to their students. We have a welding program right here on campus. We offer Project Lead the Way, engineering and biomedical science programs. We have a great band program, and I could just keep going down the list, along with our core academic areas as well.
We are visiting with Nick Kimmel now, the principal of the elementary schools. And Nick, tell us, so much to talk about. When you just talk about the overall elementary school, what comes out of you?
So, I love our elementary school. South Central is a great place. We have over 500 students here, and our teacher, staff, community is all very, very supportive of our kids, of what we do here at the school. We have a lot of fun, a lot of learning going on, a lot of growing, and it's just a wonderful place to be.
When you talk about results, which is so important today, talk about standardized test scores.
So two of the main standardized tests that we take are iLearn for our 3rd through 6th grade students, and then iRead3 for our 3rd grade students. Our scores have grown immensely in the past few years. We're well above state average with iLearn. We're about 20% higher in math, and a good amount, double digits in language arts as well. Our iRead3 scores are some of the top in the state. This past year we scored above 96% passing.
96%. How does that happen?
Number one is our great staff. So our teachers, our instructional assistants, they're really meeting the kids where they are at instructionally and growing them from there.
When I first started at South Central, I taught 1st grade, and then after that I taught 2nd grade, and the Title I reading position opened. And just this year we were able to obtain a grant for a literacy coach through the state, which is going to help our kids with science of reading strategies. Science of reading is just the way that kids learn from phonics to phonemic awareness to fluency, comprehension. So it encompasses every part of being a good reader.
South Central's home to me. It's my second home. It starts at the top. We have a super administration staff. They're committed to our school. They're caring for our children. It's just a super climate to be in. I tell my students every day, I love them. I'll give them a hug, and it makes my heart just expand when they say, I love you too. That's what teaching's all about.
I'm a South Central graduate, and I was provided with the opportunity several years ago to come back and give back to the school that provided so much for me. So I'm creating memories for the students as teachers created memories for me. I think South Central is a special environment. We're a pre-K through 12 facility. So teachers nurture and educate children from early learners to young adults.
When people come here, what are some of the ways they grow that you see? Everyone grows in the school system, but the South Central satellite growth pattern and development pattern? What are some of your observations? Because you've gone from various levels of assistant principal, AD, superintendent.
Yeah, one of the unique things about South Central, and one of the really cool things about South Central, is we're all under one roof. We have pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, all under one roof. And so we see our students come in at maybe 4 years old and graduate at 18 years old, and they get to stay in the same building. They get to see a lot of the same teachers and staff over the years, and that is definitely a unique thing about South Central.
We are with Jared Miller, principal of the junior senior high. And Jared, the thing I get here at South Central, opportunities, so many things here. When you talk about the field you oversee, give us some of the superlatives.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot for kids here. There's a lot of opportunities to try to expose them to as many different things as we can. Kids are just learning who they are. College, career, whatever it may be for those kids. We try to figure out what we can offer them so they can try it all out. Project Lead the Way for engineering is a dual credit course. So that means they're getting actual college credits for it upon completion. But it just gives them a more rigorous and a more hands-on learning experience in some of the careers they can pursue in the future. It's kind of led our development of a robotics club. We have a very robust robotics club that meets twice a week before school, and then they also do competitions on the weekends. So kids who are naturally more hands-on learners are more inclined to take those courses. Students who are more in the medical field, they love the biomedical health systems courses, and our teachers do such a fantastic job of making the lessons very unique and very real world applicable. And so they're really learning those skills that they'll need post high school.
I've been at South Central most of my career, probably 11 of those 12 years. And I'm currently teaching 10th grade health and also a new course. It's PLTW, biomedical, and there's going to be 3 courses. Right now we offer the year 1 and year 2. The first one is called the Principles of Biomed, where they're learning a lot of careers involved in that field outside of the norm. A lot of times kids think of nursing and being a doctor, but there's so much more to it. So it's very hands-on. And then year 2, it's human body systems. And again, PLTW just really pushes the hands-on experience so that way kids can get a taste of the real world stuff.
We have quite a few kids that are involved here in the band at South Central. Usually the beginners, we get about half the grade to sign up, and most of them, stick with it for a while. And I think they like to be a part of the things that they see the older kids doing. So we always playing at the marching band at the football games. We do parades in the community, and everybody loves the pep band at the basketball games, of course. Being a part of the band is it's a home, a social thing for a lot of the students. It's a place where they can feel safe and find their tribe, so to speak. For a lot of the kids who aren't athletes, but we do have quite a few athletes, varsity athletes involved in the band here at South Central as well, which I think does make us a little unique amongst some of the smaller schools in our area.
Talk more about athletics at the high school.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, athletics, if you come to a game out here, it's a community event. Our stands are usually packed and our atmosphere is really good, and that's because we're kind of the hub of the community too. So we've had a lot of success as well, and we attribute that to the coaches and again, the teachers who encourage kids to participate and do those things.
Let's talk about graduation rate here at South Central.
Sure. We do a great job of graduating kids. Our guidance counselor, Mrs. Randall, is phenomenal. Our goal from day one when they cross that 9th grade threshold is to get them across that stage. So the last couple of years we've had above a 97% graduation rate, and historically we're above 95% usually, and top in the county and top in Northwest Indiana as well.
You've been here a decade, so you're invested. It probably keeps you up at night in a good way because you want to just continue the tradition Tell us about that.
Absolutely. You know, as I mentioned, we serve generation after generation of families here at South Central, and it's really neat to be able to, you know, drive down the road and talk to a farmer that's been in the community for 75 years, whose grandkids or great grandkids are here. And that's really important to this community, is the tradition, and you know, having some of those traditional ideologies that we follow, and that's one of the other things that makes South Central such a special place.
Well, finally, Ben, for folks out there that are watching this and would like to learn more and maybe visit with you or reach out, what should they do?
Yeah, well, give us a call here at the school. You can visit our website, stop by for a band concert or an athletic event. South Central is always the hub of the community. There's always something going on here. Our community is always here, so there's plenty of opportunities to come see the great things going on here at South Central.
Well, Ben, thank you very much. It has been wonderful to learn so much more about the Satellites, a small school with all kinds of opportunities, and they invite you to look deeper into the website, Facebook, Twitter. Come for a visit, give a call here at South Central.